Petra, a city carved, not built, into the heart of desert cliffs. For centuries, explorers called it the Rose-Red City, half as old as time. Today, artificial intelligence has peeled back the sands and reconstructed Petra at its peak, and the result is startling. What emerges isn't the romantic lost city we imagined. The AI uncovered engineering secrets, vanished technologies, and hidden warnings etched in stone. Could Petra's grandeur have masked something far darker? And why did such brilliance vanish almost without a trace? When most people imagine ancient cities, they picture bricks stacked into walls, columns hauled upright, or blocks dragged into place. Petra was different. It wasn't built, it was carved. Rising out of southern Jordan's cliffs, its tombs, temples, and theaters were sculpted directly from the mountains themselves. Picture walking through a desert canyon for nearly a mile, only to step into a 127-foot-tall temple facade, cut like a massive sculpture into vertical sandstone. This was Petra's secret, a city born from living rock. The Nabateans, a nomadic desert tribe, didn't see stone as mere material, it was destiny. They shaped more than 800 monumental facades, blending Greco-Roman grandeur with desert ingenuity. Columns, capitals, statues, and pediments weren't assembled. They were hewn top-down, starting with the urns high above, before workers descended, leaving facades smooth and precise. The treasury, Petra's most famous monument, towers 80 feet high, twice the height of Mount Rushmore's faces, crowned with carvings of mythological beings. No scaffolding, no support. The city seems to have floated out of the rock itself. The unfinished tombs, later discovered, revealed the secret. The Nabateans carved from the top down, creating ramps from the rubble, leaving no trace of their platforms. Every facade bore precise proportions, repeating patterns, and modular design. Petra was not just sculpted, it was meticulously planned. Yet Petra was more than monuments. It was an urban center, a hub of culture, commerce, and power. At its peak, 20,000 to 30,000 people called it home. Downtown spanned 2 square kilometers of temples, markets, and houses, while suburbs extended into the valley. Even a theater for 6,000 spectators was carved from solid rock, practical and symbolic. Everything in Petra radiated ambition. A desert tribe had mastered trade routes, projecting their wealth and vision into stone meant to endure. But the architecture provokes unsettling questions. Why carve a city into cliffs while others built from the ground? Why settle where water was scarce, timber rare, and flash floods inevitable? Scholars credited great engineering and adaptation, but AI reconstructions suggest something more. The facades obey repeated geometric principles and standardized templates. This wasn't merely artistry, it was encoding knowledge. Water, the lifeblood of the desert, was Petra's second miracle. Nestled in one of the driest regions on Earth, rainfall barely reached a few inches annually, yet Petra thrived. How the Nabateans were master hydroengineers. Across the valley, archaeologists discovered 36 dams, over 100 cisterns, and 125 miles of pipelines carved into rock. Springs, runoff, and rainfall were captured, stored, and distributed with astonishing precision. AI reconstructions reveal a single, unified master plan. Ain Musa, the spring of Moses, 5 miles away, channeled water through precisely carved grooves to avoid leaks and maintain flow. Modern engineers would marvel at the 4-degree slopes of these pipelines, a principle thousands of years ahead of recorded science. Water wasn't just functional, it was spectacle. Fountains, canals, and an Olympic-sized pool created an oasis of power. Yet water was double-edged. Flash floods threatened the narrow Sick Canyon, the city's entrance. 5 dams and lateral rock cuts diverted torrents, but, as AI simulations show, failure of even one dam could have unleashed devastation. Water brought life and grandeur, but also danger. The Nabateans encoded philosophy into engineering, balance, redundancy, and respect for nature's duality. If Petra's waterworks showcased mastery over the desert, its architecture revealed mastery over mathematics. AI scans exposed a startling pattern. The monuments obeyed the golden ratio. The treasury, for example, is not just ornate. Its columns, pediments, and doors follow a precise 1 to 1.618 ratio. Across Petra, tombs repeat modular designs. Columns, urns, pediments, and crow steps fit into 19 interchangeable blocks, creating symmetry across the city. Variations once thought decorative are systematic, revealing a geometric blueprint. Mirroring, alignment, and repetition suggest that Petra was not merely a collection of tombs, but a city-scale textbook of balance, proportion, and harmony. It had been a language, encoded in stone, meant to communicate knowledge across generations. Possibly, AI also uncovered celestial secrets. Petra's alignment with the heavens is staggering. Tombs, temples, and streets corresponded to sun equinoxes and lunar standstills. The treasury faces east, catching summer solstice sunlight precisely at its entrance. Shadows line up during winter solstice. The monastery marks equinox, sunsets. The high place of sacrifice aligns with lunar cycles. Constellations, like Orion and the Pleiades, were mirrored in city axes. Petra functioned as a cosmic clock, a living observatory. The Nabateans' skywatching rivaled or exceeded contemporaries in Greece and Egypt. Some alignments suggest predictive purposes, tracking floods, eclipses, and cosmic phenomena survival encoded in stone. Yet even genius can collapse. Decline was long blamed on time, earthquakes, and trade route shifts. AI tells a more sudden story. Debris analysis shows stones hurled and displaced, inconsistent with gradual decay. Earthquake simulations alone can't explain the patterns. Flood modeling suggests dam failures could have unleashed torrents, sweeping buildings aside. Intriguingly, debris patterns coincide with cosmic events around 536 CE, a period of global dark skies, caused by massive eruptions or cometary impacts. Petra may have been hit by multiple disasters, seismic, hydraulic, and celestial, all predicted, but not preventable. Equally haunting is the vanishing of knowledge. Nabateans left almost no written records. Unlike Egypt or Rome, their legacy was oral, with few inscriptions. After Roman annexation in 106 CE, advanced hydraulic techniques, geometric templates, and astronomical knowledge vanished. Petra's science and architecture disappeared with its people. Later legends reduced it to tales of treasure and curses, erasing its sophisticated heritage. AI reconstruction revived stone patterns, ratios, and alignments, but the minds behind them remain lost. Knowledge is fragile. Even monumental achievements can vanish within a generation if not preserved. So was Petra a monument or a warning? The AI reconstruction suggests both golden ratios, celestial markers, and water systems weren't just displays of wealth, they encoded survival lessons. Patterns hint at rare cosmic cycles, floods, and disasters. Petra may have been a manual, a guide for future generations on reading the cycles of nature and the heavens. And yet, the warning went unheeded. The city fell. Knowledge vanished. Civilization climbed, collapsed, and faded, leaving nothing but carved stone. Petra mirrors a sobering truth. Even advanced societies, capable of encoding wisdom into lasting forms, can be blindsided if that knowledge isn't preserved or respected. Looking at Petra now, we see a city of wonder, mystery, and power. But through AI's lens, we see more. A civilization that encoded its brilliance in stone, predicted disasters, and vanished. The lessons echo across time. Will our monuments, data, and knowledge survive our own challenges? Or will future generations find our ruins and wonder what we knew and why we never acted? History isn't a straight climb. It's a cycle of rise, brilliance, collapse, and forgotten wisdom. Petra's AI reconstruction reveals the past and warns the future.